Coming to you live from the foothills of Appalachia in the great state of North Carolina. Hello everybody and happy Friday.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
Yeah, what am I doing here? I have to redo that. I have to redo that intro. Hello everybody. I actually overslept. I took a nap after we did a quick tour of our surroundings here, and here we are. This is the view outside our window. I don't have full hookups, but we have a great view on a broken tree. So this is where we are. The trees are starting to show the slightest hint of fall colors, and life is good. Hello, the Lost RVers. Bourbon and Coke today, please. Oh, bourbon and Coke. We were just in Kentucky. Daniel Reese decided to try Coors Edge non-alcoholic beer. Not too bad. What's Robert drinking? Not drink. I have three choices actually. I think I'm gonna go with this because I haven't had this online yet. This is B43. This is from Michigan, I believe. I bought it for the M23 Made Up Brewing. Natural process. Hold on, bear with me here. From Old Nation Brewing Company from Williamston, Michigan.
The wrong date is at the top.
Oh, the wrong date. That's what happens when I start the live stream in a rush. Sorry, guys. Today is what? September 29th already. Woo! Thank you for reminding me. But I could also have some Canadian beer, so I don't know.
I'll have the Canadian beer.
Illy's gonna have the Canadian one? See, you have a juicy ass IPA and an Alpha Bomb. Thank you, Gord Trailer Traveling for donating this. Which one you want? You don't want some wine instead?
No, this one. Thank you.
All right, and I'm gonna have the Michigan beer. Woo! Cheers, everybody. Okay, let me see who's here. Of course, the RV DJ, Mr. CLT. Good afternoon, Robert, and all you Pelican heads out there. And Dustin Howard, safe travels. Hope to see you in Mississippi soon. Well, at some point next year, on our way to the great solar eclipse, we're gonna go through Mississippi. So definitely. Wrong date. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, Neon Pony is here. Hello, Neon Pony. And New Horizons is here. Hello there, Robert Powell. And Joe Raphael. Which vehicle do you like best for traveling with the RV? Or for towing, definitely Starship, the Silverado. Of course, once you go to a place like we did today, where the parking garage is 6 feet 6 inches tall and your truck is 6 feet 7 inches tall. In that case, I would prefer something a little lower profile. That's the only thing with Starship. You have to be careful in parking garages. That's it. A Big Jim Slade from Central Kentucky. Hello there. And Linda Oki. Hey y'all from Oklahoma. Lovely Oklahoma. So Jim Foster says, thanks Illy, keep him honest. Well, Jim, you know me. Young Dave, hey Robert, I like that anti-RV in the background of today's thumbnail. Do you have a favorite vintage RV? Maybe a GMC motorhome or Rectrans Discover? Let me tell you, if I had the mechanical skills to keep up and maintain a GMC, I love those GMCs. They have the, I mean, and of course, I went to the Motorhome Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana, and you'll see that video in about 6 months. So, but yeah, it's it's a cool RV, and the fact that it's all integrated. You know, the GMC made it from scratch. That's what's an M43 IPA? I drink those sometimes. Well, this one is a B43, which I bought for M23. You know, so I had something from Michigan.
Say hi to Piper. She's watching from.
Piper is watching.
Yes.
Hold on, it's so hard to keep up with the chat. But hello, Piper. I'm gonna bump you in the back there. Okay, I'm gonna reset the chat here and go back. Big Jim Slade, aka Santa Claus, enlighten us on where you visited in Kentucky. Hope you went by Breaks Interstate Park or the Elk Tour Fall Colors in the Grand Canyon of the South. To be honest, and we just drove through, but we were just in Kentucky. And I wish I could have stayed. Actually, I'm over modulating here a little bit. Why didn't you guys tell me something? You know, we had other destinations, other goals in mind, but I really wanted to stop and do some touristy stuff. Who else is in this chat from North Carolina? Well, we are in North Carolina right now. Not for very long, but we're gonna be here. Lovely state. The foliage is not quite turning yet, but as you can see back there, it kind of wants to, and we have the Blue Ridge back there. I think it is the Blue Ridge. Mr. CLT, get some air suspension on Starship, right? So I could go like the tour bus and go like psh, and go lower. Yeah. Let me tell you, will you be coming to Albuquerque soon? I do believe the Balloon Fiesta is happening soon, right? Is it? I don't even know. I think so. But maybe this coming spring, it's very likely. Let me go down to the bottom of the chat again. And Trailer Traveling, hi Kevin and Piper, where are we staying? Hey, Trailer Traveling. Ili is having one of your beers, yeah.
Really good.
And she really loved that one. What was it called? The Funky Gnome, or something similar like that. Yeah, it was really good. I had a little bit of it too. She left me a little bit. Did you visit any breweries while you were in Michigan? No, we didn't. We spent, actually, most of the time we were in Michigan. We spent at the M23 meetup, which actually was very nice. You should have gone. But yeah, it's always great to meet people once again in person, meet new people you haven't met before. And it was a great time, you know, hanging out with the RV DJ and Charlie Grace and Gord and Lance and of course Kevin and Piper and everybody else. You know, I cannot mention everybody, but what was the puddle jump? Jack, Captain Jack. Did you watch Star Trek Fangirl? Do you watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Gorn episode? We haven't had time yet.
We haven't watched the second episode.
We did, but we haven't had time to actually keep watching. Maybe when we get back to home base. I mean, we're gonna be at home base static. Well, not entirely static, but for the most part, for the rest of the year and probably well into next year. So yeah, and we might have time to do that. And Michelle K, I would have come. I didn't know I could. Well, it was mostly YouTubers, but there were a couple of non-YouTubers as well. So, I mean, everybody was welcome. I should have invited you. Anyway, Bob Leach enjoying a Dogfish Head 90-minute Imperial IPA in your honor. Enjoying the live stream. Hey, that's one of my favorite beers. So, Bob, cheers. Cheers to you. And Pete Diaz. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. MT Mikey, a Vulcan salute to your beautiful spouse and yourself from Billings, Montana. Live long and prosper. Kapla. Uh, uh, Heart is where you roam. I need to catch you. My meetup next year. When is that gonna be and where? El Mandalorian, gotta tell you, the video of the sunset that never sets was so impressive. Can't get over such a spectacular phenomenon. I know that's why I had to wake up in the middle of the night to see that, because that's one of those things that is unique to that part of the world. Being able to, actually, we might be able to open this one up because the sun is gone and get better lighting here. And open the, actually, let me do there. Hey, Jim in DC, Illy has some Canadian, eh? Did you hear a lot of people saying eh through Canada? I don't know, eh? Canadians are very nice people. You know, you step on their foot and they apologize to you. It's like, I'm about to go on vacation to British Columbia. Have you been there, Robert? British Columbia is beautiful. It depends where you want, where you're going. Of course, our last stop in Canada on the Alaska trip was in Vancouver, and yeah, I really had a good time there. Holy M, Robertico, cuida a Ili, que ella es la mostra, caballero, que viva Cuba y las cubanas. All right, la mostra. There was someone else who used to call you Cindy Reyes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Cindy Reyes used to call you Mostra. Good. Cindy Reyes, good Colombian musician from Miami. May he rest in peace. Yep. Chris Nickel, Robert, I keep missing you in Michigan, M21 and M23. Oh well, I guess I will have to see you on the road, or M24 maybe. You know, I do need to spend some time in Michigan. I did the EUP back in 2019. I came from Minnesota, did the UP, a little bit of the UP, you know, kind of drove through, but saw a little bit. I ate a pasty, went to Mackinac Island, went down to the Henry Ford Museum, Frankenmuth. But that's all I've really done. I really wanted to do the Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes on this trip, but it just time gets away from you. You know, it's and we did this last month has been kind of it's not like Alaska, where I kind of didn't have anywhere to be. You know, this trip for the past month, you know, I had to be in the Hershey RV show. Not that I had to be, like I didn't want to be, but you know, it was dates. Hershey RV show, the University of Ohio's Farm Science Review, M23, and then the open house in Elkhart. So everything had a set date, and you know, when you have those kinds of trips, it's kind of hard to be free to explore at more leisure. You know, it's and now we're going back. Actually, we have another place to be. Monday we have to be at the Chevy dealer where I bought a Starship, because they're gonna do some repairs. Jim in DC, glad you found a place to fly the drone at all hours of the night. Yeah, without getting a transponder or buying some expensive lights, you know. So everybody say hello to my mom. Greetings from Miami. Love, Mom. There you go. Mom is here. Golden Anniversary Adventures. How far north do you plan to go on your proposed Rocky Mountain trip? Tuktoyaktuk. Papol, hi Robert, hi Ili and Mom. Enjoy una medalla. There you go. from Puerto Rico, I suppose. Mario Douglas, I'll wait in Rapid City. Rapid City, we will return someday. Eh, oh, Chef at Large is here. Chef Alex at Large and G.E. Joe from Jolie. G.E. Robert family trivia. In the 1940s, Dad made a pop-up camper with a trailer in leftover World War II canvas. Guy came over, took specs, patented, and found forerunner of Coleman. We could have been rich. Oh man, Coleman. And now, Coleman is an empire. I didn't miss a super chat, did I? I did. Thank you, G.J. Jones, for that super chat. Hello from Alabama. Your Alaska series has been great.
JG, no? Not GJ.
JG, you know, it's the dyslexic in me, you know. Brandon Stargell, a shout out to my brother and his wife. Their second daughter was born this morning in Bradenton, Florida. Hey, congratulations to your brother, Brandon. Congrats, man. Johnny Kite Bartolo celebrating 24 months as an executive producer. Wishing y'all a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna have a good time this weekend. You know, it's we're here, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm trying to.
How's the lake doing?
Krimo Karim, I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel because I sent you a comment twice and you didn't respond to me. Oh, brother, if I would have a lot of unsubscribed people if I did, I'm sorry about that, but you know how crazy this chat gets. So, do you have the Hensley hitch on your current rig? Do you have an opinion? Hensley hitch is an amazing technology product, same as the Prop Ride. I never had a Hensley. I had a Prop Ride on Minitini 1 that they sent to me. Promotional material. I have a in Minitini 2, 3, and 4. I've had a Husky, which for what it is, you know, it's a simple product. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's very very well priced. Now, if you have something a little bigger, and you wanna and you're gonna tow, especially in high wind, yeah, Hensley / Prop Ride would be a no-brainer. But for something like this, I think it's overkill, to be honest about it. Weekend excursions. Hi, Robert. We finally got our 2108 DS. Thank you so much for being such a huge inspiration. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. We had a 20. Actually, that's the one besides Minitini 1. That's the one that we had for the longest, and we enjoyed it a lot. So congratulations. Mike Scotch, having a first blood orange from Hope, British Columbia, in your honor. Had to grab some on my way back from my brother's place. Well, yeah, that's a cool town. That's a cool town. Of course, that's where they filmed First Blood, the first Rambo movie, which, of course, we watched back in the early 80s. We watched the bootleg because the movie was banned in Cuba, of course. But you know, whenever there's something forbidden, there's contraband, and we watched it. We all watched it. How was Alaska from exploring nature? Alaska was wonderful, let me tell you. And I mean, you've seen the videos that I posted so far, but I mean, you really haven't seen anything yet compared to what's coming. I really think you're gonna enjoy this series. Uh,
The young RVers are here. Say hi.
the young RVers. Where are the young RVers? I can't find anything in this chat. uh, where do you see the young RVers?
Right there.
Well, the young RVers, I'll find you eventually in the chat. Darlene Barcelo, where are you tonight? I'm glad you asked. We're in the outskirts of Asheville, North Carolina. Lovely town. In fact, we just went to the one place that I wanted to visit in Asheville that we haven't been to before, and that's that Grove Hotel. It's like on top of a hill, and you see like it's got a golf course. You see the Blue Ridge and the well, Asheville doesn't have much of a skyline, but whatever it does have, you see it there down there, and it's a lovely place. Lovely, expensive place, but it's lovely. And yeah, we had a good time. We had some lunch, we had cocktail, and it was good. Have you ever seen the movie RV with Robin Williams? Yes, of course. That's kind of like a classic, right? Weekend excursions. Thank you for that super chat. Maybe because I have only live chat and not top chat and not live chat. Here's some gas money. It keeps going up. Be well. Actually, in Kentucky, no, today, at Bucky's in Sevierville, which was a madhouse. Was a mad.
Kodak. In Kodak.
No, it's in Kodak, but nobody knows where Kodak is. Everybody knows where Sevierville is, which is just north of Pigeon Forge, which is just north of Gatlinburg, which is just north of the Smoky Mountains. It was like 309.
305 or something. Yeah.
It was 309. I'm like, I have to make the line and put gas here. Greg Graham, hey Rob, good to see you, and you're doing so well. Sorry I've not been here much lately since the hurricane. Well, but thank you for being here. And I'm still looking for the young RVers. If the young RVers are listening to this, just copy and paste your comment again so I can see you.
I was just saying hi.
Okay. It's gas is $6.13 at the gas station just up the street from me. Six, but is that like premium or like regular, 87 octane? Man, the prices fluctuate so much everywhere around. In Indiana and I think even Ohio, it was hovering in the high threes, right? 370, 380, but. Kentucky was for 339 was pretty cheap, and then here you get it at 309. I'm like, yay! We just paid $3.15 at Bucky's in Athens, Alabama. Let me tell you, Bucky's is starting, especially this destination Bucky's. They're opening around the country. If you go to Texas, like if you go to the one in Baytown, on the outskirts of Houston, it's like it's just another gas station. We don't care. But you go to the one in Sevierville or Calhoun, and it's like swamped with people. It's almost like I know it's cheap gas and good barbecue, but come on, people. It's almost like it's hard to get in with an RV and get something to eat. And what's the strangest thing you've eaten today on your travels? I don't know. I usually don't eat the strange thing
That
in
sandwich with the fries inside was weird.
Primantis in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was different. Different that I love was the chisleks in South Dakota, which is like deep fried beef. Oh man, that stuff is wonderful. Michael Burt celebrating 15 months as the Chief Pelican Head. Where in North Carolina have you visited on this trip? Just Asheville, really. We wanted to spend the day yesterday in Knoxville, Tennessee. But and Illy discovered this place downtown is like on the Civic Center next to the the Coliseum,
Yeah.
and supposedly they have like RV parking right downtown for $50, but Apparently, there was some kind of event, and it was only for like members. So we're like, what's the closest place? And Eli was looking, frantically, and we found this place actually near Sevierville. It's just a quiet. It looks like a farm. It looks like a farm, but it's a campground, and the gentleman's super nice. They basically made up a pull-through site for us. He just parked us across 3 backings. It wasn't full at all. It wasn't like. Full hookups relatively close to Sevierville and the Smokies for $50. It's not that bad. So yeah. Jim in DC, what service is in store for Starship? More dilithium crystals, perhaps? Do they have to special order that? I don't know. The plasma conduits are a little clogged, but and the impulse engines might need some. Actually, there's a computer module that broke at the Arctic Circle in Alaska, of all places. So we haven't been able to drive at night ever since. And in older vehicles, it was just a fuse. In Starship, being the Starship that it is a whole computer module in order to fix that. So they're gonna fix that and oil change, and I'll probably need all the filters. You know what it is. I need to purge the plasma manifolds. Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. Gas is $6.26 at the Chevron down the street in Sacramento, California. It's still cheaper than Canada, I believe. So hey, there you go. El Mandalorian really is a great online researcher. When it comes to that, like spur of the moment things, I'm like, we're in the middle of downtown Knoxville. Here we go, and I'm like driving there. Oh crap! This place we're not gonna be able to stay here. I just, I press the button because I have a high-tech vehicle, and I just say Asheville, North Carolina. At least get us in the right direction. And then, she started frantically looking for a place. Within 5 minutes, she found this place, and she called, and they had vacancies. So I'm like, Orange Grove, whatever it was called. It was something.
Dumpling farm something.
Dumpling?
Dumpling, yes.
It was something dumpling. Okay. I don't know why I came with Orange Grove.
I don't know.
Greg Graham is cheaper than UK fuel prices. Well, yeah. Thank you, Mr. CLT. Yeah, travelingrubber.com is the place if you want to get stickers or T-shirts or see my latest videos, or if you want to buy something on Amazon, for example. I have Amazon affiliate links there, and I get a little bit of dough from that. So it all helps finance these crazy travels that I do, and I have a lot of plans for next year. We're not gonna do much for the rest of the year. I think Alaska, it's going to be lots of videos when visiting the Q Continuum. The Q Continuum is timeless. Linda Barker, now I want to watch it again. Watch what again?
We missed her at M23.
All the rocks she collected. M23. TTT, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Late, but I made it. Glamping in Astor, rain or shine. Had the itch to hitch. Well, let me tell you. Here I have a chance to be a contrarian.
Oh, with Remy.
Ask Remy. Harvest Host is a lifesaver and fun.
Tell them what happened to us on the last one.
Well, when it works, Like the last one, we were. What was that? That was in. I think it was Southern Indiana. It looked like a lovely winery, brewery. They had like.
And even cold.
Yeah, and really cold, and the guy goes like, "Yes, for sure. Come hungry and thirsty. We'll get you. Just park in the parking lot." When we arrived there, the parking lot is full. There's an event, and Illy calls again, and there's this cranky lady answer the phone, and no, you cannot stay. The guy that answered the phone doesn't know anything, and we cannot have you. No, you cannot stay.
Yep.
So Harvest Hosts, it's great when it's great, but it has. In my experience, and this time we didn't do it that way because we were tired and trusty. We ended up staying at a Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, which is sometimes better than Walmart because they have nice fried chicken. To make a long story short, in my experience, lately Harvest Host has to be your plan B. Always have a plan B when you stay at a Harvest Host, because you never know. Sometimes they don't answer the phone. Sometimes they don't respond to your stay request.
Or you get there and they're
And
not
sometimes
there.
you get there and they're not there, like it happened to us in Calgary, Canada. So I'm so lucky I'm not sponsored by Harvest Host, because I can say these things.
Okay. Next.
The Traveling Man, thank you for that super chat. Greetings, Traveling Robert and Pelican Heads from St. Albans, Queens, New York. Love your Alaska videos. Please say hello to my wife. Hi, Valerie. Hi. And my daughter, Jamila. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to turn on this light here because it's getting dark in here. It's, sunset is upon us here on the foothills of Appalachia. Look at that lovely view, live view of our lake behind our rig here. The only negative about this site is that it's not full hookups. We have we have a new patron, by the way. I just saw it here in my email. Benjamin Murray. Murray, if you're watching, thank you so much for becoming an executive producer. You will be now I have to update the credits. Anyway, I digress. I was the Gatlinburg Hussey. Hello from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Smoky Mountains Park. We're just like less than an hour away from you, but unfortunately, we're not gonna make it all the way down to Gatlinburg. Actually, we're a little more than an hour away. Yesterday, we were about an hour away. Today, we're in Asheville. Maxine Oliver, I'm sorry that Harvest Host did not work. Yeah, it's not the first time, as you probably know. So Cracker Barrel is always awesome. It's a great place to eat after a long travel. El Mandalorian and Ili came up with a brilliant idea. Instead of going inside the Cracker Barrel to eat there, as we were en route, we were en route like 10 minutes away. She placed an order on the app, on the website. And then if you place an order on the website, they offer you a second plate, a second meal chilled for $5, yep. like a fried chicken with mac and cheese or meatloaf with mac and cheese. We got that. So as we arrived, she went to the curbside pickup area. She picked it up, and we ate in the RV, and
we had lunch for the next day.
It was lovely. Actually, in fact, probably Cracker Barrel is the only place that has never failed us. Even Walmart.
All the RV parking spaces were taken.
Well, yeah.
But it was a
and as you guys know, it was one of my pet peeves. All the RV designated parking spaces were taken by cars, even though it was a huge parking lot. They could have parked somewhere else. So we parked at the car parking space, since the RV parking space was taken by cars. What has been your worst RV park experience? Durango? Durango is up there. By the way, that RV park has since been bought by a new owner, and we should give her a second chance just to see if they have changed their ways. But that was one of the worst. There was another one that was bad, but I can't recall right now. There's been a couple more RV parks that have been like, if it wasn't 10 p.m. we would have left.
What's a place famous for lobster?
Famous for lobster?
That,
in Maine?
In Maine. We parked, we had to leave, remember?
Oh yeah, but it wasn't as bad as Durango, but it was, yeah. We stayed there. We spent the night, and when we come back from town, we have a sign in our door that we have to move, and I'm like, why? It's your mistake. It's your mistake. You gave me the wrong site. I shouldn't have to move, and they wanted me to move, and I'm like, you know what?
So we left.
We're leaving. We left, and that's why And that's why we haven't gone back to my main kind of, it's like a bitter experience. And I'm sure the state of Maine is not their fault, but we couldn't stay any longer in Maine. We wanted to spend another day and really explore Bar Harbor and all that, and eat more lobster. And this RV, this was a campground, you know, just ruined it for us. William Brody. Hello, Robert and Lily love Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel too. I love their food too, and it's very inexpensive too, compared to many other places. So,
Randall.
Randall, where's Randall? Randall, hey Robert, I know you won't see me, so I have to message you myself as usual. Hey Randall, I hope you're doing great, man. Oh, Jim in DC wants to know what's my absolute favorite RV park. There are several, and actually, there's one
That's Sun Outdoors.
that Ely couldn't enjoy with me. That's Sun Outdoors Rocky Mountains. That place is fabulous. But then again, I don't know. There have been so many great places, and it doesn't have to be a $150 a night RV resort. You know, it could be Valley of the Gods, which is boondocking in the middle of the Utah desert. It could be in Ventura, California. What's that called? Rincon Parkway, which is dry camping next to the Pacific Ocean. It could be so many places. Even that place in Alaska in Seward where Starlink didn't really work. I mean, that was a really nice place. The only bad part is that weather in Seward usually sucks. But other than that, it was a lovely place. I mean, there's so many places, but when it comes to resorts, yeah, there are some very nice resorts. And I'm not gonna mention the ones in our early RV life because probably if we go back to those now, they might not seem as nice, like Camp Golf. I don't know if I would like to spend $200 a night in Camp Golf to be like so close to somebody else. But then again,
Paul Falsey is here.
hey, Paul Falsey, Maine in Connecticut are not camper friendly by any stretch. No parks, not even friendly. Well, Maine had some, and we stayed at a KOA that was pretty good on the way south. But and the thing with some of these places in the Northeast and North in general, very seasonal. You know, by Columbus Day they all start shutting down. You know, it's like, I mean, it doesn't snow until like November, right? You know, I would like for them to keep the season open a little longer. Aaron Romano, I know it's been a while, but have your ankle and Lily's finger healed completely? I mean, those are two things that are never gonna heal completely. But we're 90% functional, man, and it's good enough. At our age. 90% functional. I mean, it probably it works better than my eyes at this point. So, our adventures. Hey, I like that picture again. I always remember the picture of the blowing rock. Sorry I'm late, but hope I didn't miss anything epic. LOL. Happy Friday, Pelican Heads. Yes. And it's getting hot in here. I don't know. I'm starting to sweat. What's wrong with me? But by the way, look at that beautiful sunset happening outside. And I'm sorry the camera is not in the best position, but that's the best I could do. Yeah, maybe I should put it on this one. I don't know how the screen is gonna.
Should I close the window?
No. The Lost RVers, thank you for that super chat. It's not where you stay, it's what you're staying in. That's right. You know, we have a small house, you know, big backyard. Let's see. Let's switch this camera real quick. See what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like if I put it there. You might see the screen though. Here I am. No, I put a no. It's an iPhone, you know. That's the view. Well, we're seeing the rear of our neighbors. So I don't know if
So
that's.
maybe we should just this way.
No, I'm just gonna put it to the back again. Here we go. Thou shalt not reinvent the wheel. Yeah, it's a lovely view there with the Blue Ridge and our ladder and. John, possible. Most Connecticut campgrounds do close by Halloween. The KOA in Mystic stays open all year, I believe. I'm sure some of them do, but yeah. Caddy 66, Caddy on Route 66, celebrating 9 months as a chief Pelican Head, celebrating our anniversary this weekend, 34 years old. Congratulations, congratulations. They're traveling, Nate Dog. I have a few campgrounds in Maine I love, and they are in Orchard Beach. One of them is walking distance to the beach. Yeah, we have to go back to, in all fairness, we have to go back to Maine and give them a second, third, fourth chance. Yeah. And Four Lakes Campground in Hastings, Florida. Owner wants to meet you. Wait, we're gonna be in Florida for a few months actually. So yeah, Robert, where are you headed after Tennessee? Well, we're in North Carolina right now. We're going to South Carolina to get some work done on Starship. Then we're going to Pelicamp just for 1 day, just to make sure our cameras are working and whatnot. And then Ely is being a member for. You didn't tell me that, for 59 months as a chief Pelican Head.
I'm just saying hi to him because everybody say hi to me. So. This is way.
Woo! We're having too good a time here. Let me have some beer.
This Canadian beer is really good. That's all I can say.
Canadian beer is good. Canadian wine is good. Let me tell you, Gord, if you're still here, and we bought a Canadian. Well, it wasn't a Canadian pizza, but we bought it at Safeway in Canada. It was a Cuban-inspired pizza made in Germany, but sold in. Someone's making some noise out there. How rude! It says Paul Falsey, no more pale ale for you. Oh man, we're just getting started here. Jerry Giroux, thank you for that super sticker and keep it up. Yay! We'll keep it up. Mm-hmm. Ileana Sanchez, only 59 months. That's when she discovered YouTube, I guess. No. That's when they started doing like memberships and super chats and stuff like that. I'm trying to see if I missed any cool comments here, but
all comments are cool comments.
Yeah, no, I know. You know, a lot of comments are like Lucky Dog Productions moderator talking to Louis Clark and Louis Clark talking to. By the way, thank you, Lucky Dog Productions moderator, for being here moderating. It would be a rowdy place without you. Kaya Winery in North Georgia has amazing Cabernet called Ula. I need to send you a bottle if you all like red wine. Oh, red wine.
We like red wine.
Goes to my head. I'm overmodulating still here. I have this thing on the wrong setting. And yes, I do. It's on the high dB setting. Hold on. Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Da, 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 da. Now we're at the right setting. Excuse me, this Michigan beer, it's making me, recycle all that CO2. Skookum Chuck Reefer. As always, your informative, educational, entertaining, and I'm sure you pressed enter before a RV DJ, and I changed the battery in my microphone. Well, maybe next time we can finish driving to the west, huh? And we forgot to do desert terrain, but there's always M24. We had such a great time in M24, M23, at karaoke with the RV DJ and everybody else. So thank you, Kevin, for putting that together, man. We'll be back. Ask Remy, Poor Farmers RV Sales and Services in Ohio has a beautiful campground, cheap, one of my favorite. There you go. Ohio and Ohioans are such great, nice people. I was just there for this thing that, I keep telling people what it was, and nobody who isn't a farmer knows what this thing is. It's put together by the university, by the Ohio State University, the Farm Science Review. Imagine the Hershey RV show, but for combines and tractors and irrigation machines and whatever stuff that I had no idea what it was, but I was able to go there with our friend Jim Forey from Ohio. And of course, if I go there by myself, I'm like, what's this city boy doing here? But he introduced me to the people, and they explained to me what every machine, what every header, everything does. And you'll see that video in about 6 months. I don't know if you're going to find it interesting. To me, it was very interesting because it's something that nobody who is not a farmer knows about. So, yeah. And Nikki Cole, can't wait for your next music concert. Do you have new music released yet? Well, I have new music. It's not quite released yet. When I get to Miami and I have time to because right now I the tune that I did for the Alaska Highway is called On the Alcan. Yeah, it's there. I kind of made it the background music for my video on the Alaska Highway, but it's not the same. I usually do. There's 3 versions of everything, right? There's the movie version, then there's the album version. Because in the movie version, this one I did specifically to coincide with the different places where I would talk. If there's a section that I'm gonna talk on the video, I don't do lyrics, and then I'll do lyrics when I don't talk, and that kind of thing. So that's the movie version. There's going to be an album version, which is the version that is going to go on Spotify or Apple Music, everywhere else. And there's a third version. That's the Mini Teeny Lounge version. I call it the show version, in which there's going to be background vocals, but not my vocals. So I can sing live, but everything else is there. And Johnny Kite Bartolo, we're enjoying Ely getting more involved in the live streams. Go Ely, go Ely, go Ely. Good job, moderator, says Brandon Stargell. And Steve Gibbling, eyeglasses guy, we're here on Massachusetts, called people in Maine Maniac. And they called us a-holes. Okay. But I have a friend a friend in the old viewer, one of our first viewers. His name is Boondocking Manias, I think that was his name. Rene Champagne, it's been a while if you're watching. El Fuego, the fire. Thank you for that super chat. I found that new 22 Micro Mini Flex 2108 DS for 35 grand. Is that the same Mini Teeny 3? This one has a slide out and a Murphy bed. That's pretty much exactly Mini Teeny 3. Minus the fantastic vent on the roof, but that you can replace yourself. But yeah, that's exactly it. Jim Foster, traveling Robert up for a quartet for M24. Details to follow, but I think Johnny Cash. I'm down. If we make it to M24, man, you can be Julio Iglesias. I'll be we'll do the quartet, and Gord can be. We can do a country song. Can I be like I don't know, John Denver, Country Road, get me home to the place I belong. Bob Lish, will you do Quartzsite in January 2024, or are there too many bad memories? Q Mountain, the ankle. Nothing to do. I'll do Quartzsite in 25 for sure. 24, we're gonna stay in Florida. I'm gonna do the Tampa RV show. I mean, I put way too many miles on Starship. and I don't want to be making 2 cross-country road trips a year. So there will not be a me at Q24. Paul Fossey, your grandfather in on YouTube, right? I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. Uh, R&R Adventures was watching your Alaska video about the salmon. I was waiting for you to say "swim, salmon, swim" in the fly pelican. Well, there's gonna be a video about that. Maybe. You know, the best of Alaska is yet to come. You know that, right? Someone say farm machinery, agriculture, man. That would be very interesting to see farm equipment. Can't wait for the video. Yeah, I don't know if, you know, there's a part of me that thinks maybe this is gonna be like, I don't know, something that it's gonna be one of those videos that nobody likes to watch. But to me, you know, and a lot of people go chase what video is gonna be the most popular, and of course, the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, like those videos, whatever the place, you know, if it's a place that a lot of people want to go to, what a lot of people want to see, they're gonna be more popular. But I also like to do the stuff that I want to do, you know, the stuff that is interesting to me, and to me that was fascinating. If I could find where my mouse is, I think I lost my mouse. My mouse just ran out of battery. It cannot possibly be. I don't have a mouse. Maybe Illy will lend me her mouse.
But you need the thingy, right?
Yeah, I need the thingy. My magic mouse died.
Is it this one or the other one?
That should work.
No, I have two. I don't know.
Let me
I
see.
have one for the keyboard and one for the mouse.
No, that's the keyboard. It's live. It's live television, guys. Oh, it's off. Okay, I have a mouse again. Oh gosh. Brandon Stargell celebrating 49 months as a chief pelican. As a no executive. Chief Pelican Hen. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, Brandon. Jerry Giroux, farm equipment should be interesting. Paso Robles RV Park, absolute #1 winery park to staying in Spain. Yeah, Paso Robles was another one of those that. Let me put this mouse to charge, because you know Apple made it so you can only charge the mouse while it's not in use, which is also one of those things that head scratcher when you pay like $100 for a mouse, but hey. The movie version, the album version, the show version. How about the Atmos version? I have to buy me an Atmos soundbar so I can monitor it. But one of these days, let me see. I'm scrolling down here. I bet when you're driving, you come up with some great parody songs to stuff you see. Sometimes when I'm driving, I actually come up with songs like driving to the west I didn't, but driving to the east, I came up well, driving to the east. And Maria De Carli, hello Robert and Lily, we are the DeCarlis from East Northport, New York, every Friday night watching your live chat. We watch you all the videos. Thank you. We watch all your videos. Trailer traveling, good night. To Don and Charity, the young RVers. I never saw the young RVers. I'm sorry about that. Let me turn on some lights here. It's getting dark.
Red Jaguar is here.
Red Jag. Oh, Christopher Olsen. Thank you for tonight. Good night. See you all next week. See you next week, Christopher from Sweden. You know, that's one of the things in 24. I want to do at least one international trip. I don't know if it's going to be Sweden. It's probably going to be Spain, but I do want to, use my passport, go overseas. John Mason Smith, we are two Floridians camping for the fall colors in the Michigan Upper Peninsula. Any leaves changing in Tennessee yet? At high elevation, we've seen a few. As you can see here, not really, not yet. They're about to. But up in Michigan, they were starting to change. And we didn't go to the UP, but like in the middle mitten here, they were like pretty good. Greetings from Wasilla, Alaska. The aurora has been great the past couple of. I knew I should have stayed in Alaska for another month. I wish you could have seen them when you were here. Well, they were there when I was there. They just couldn't see them. Don't you just hate it when you lose your thingy? Yeah, I lost my thingy. What can I say? Weekend excursions. I like any kind of equipment, especially aviation stuff. It will be a great video. Well, in that case, stay tuned because a couple of days ago we went to the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio, and I didn't know it was gonna be that big. If I knew it was not gonna be that big, I would have spent like a whole day there. We did like 3-4 hours and not nearly enough. Ask Remy, you should travel for your enjoyment. Those become the best videos. I, for one, can see the difference in you. Yeah, and you know that's why. Hey, Red Jaguar, and sometimes I and and that's what I try to do for the most part. Do it for my enjoyment. And sometimes, in 2019, everything was new, so I was checking all these boxes, and I had a great time too. But I was checking all the boxes that I really wanted to see.
Tropical Paradise by Lisa Lisa. Hello.
But then again, hey, Tropical Paradise by Lisa Lisa. Saying hello to Michelle K and
Minitini Lounge soon.
Minitini Lounge soon. I can. It's so hard to.
I'm asking you, Minitini Lounge.
Minitini Lounge, probably not the first Saturday after we return to Miami, but the Saturday after. I was gonna say something else and I forgot what it was. In any case, Bernie, not an RVer yet, but maybe one day when we meet, we can have a good drink, a Cuban cigar together, keep up the good videos. Sure. Actually, I just had a drink today. It was called an old Cuban. And I'm like, hey, an old Cuban, having an old Cuban. It was like a twist of an old fashioned, but made with rum. It was actually really good. But I was gonna say, like the Lewis and Clark series didn't have all that many views in the grand scheme of things, but it was something that I really wanted to do, and that's the kind of thing that I'm gonna do. Do what I want to do, and I hope you guys like it. It's I'm probably never gonna do 10 best things to do in North Carolina, because that's not or one link baity thing like that. Robert, did I hear on your previous live chat that you were thinking of doing Route 66? Well, I have many ideas for 24 and probably 25, to be honest about it. I mean, one of these days I have to sit down at home with a calendar and plan like the next 5-6 years, because I'm not getting any younger, and while I'm still in my 50s, there's certain things that I want to do. And but I was thinking, like, for the long road trip, maybe not of 23-4, but of 25, do like drive up to DC, maybe do the C&O Canal with Jim in DC. You never know. And then take the national road, US 40, as far west as it goes, being called the national road. I haven't done enough research on this yet. Then drive up to Chicago, do Route 66 all the way to Santa Monica Beach. Spend a couple of days in Southern California because it's a glamorous town. No matter what you say, it's if you ever played GTA 5 or it has that Hollywood allure. Let's put it that way, and and then drive up the valley, which we have never done. Maybe even drive up to Shasta just to see Shasta because Ili always wanted to see Shasta, and I do too. And then backtrack down to Sacramento and take US 50 all the way to Ocean Beach, Maryland. And that's the loneliest road in America. And that would be like, we're good for the year, right? That's like 3-4 months trip. Exploring coast to coast. Going to Perry tomorrow. Maybe we can see some springs. We saw your visit in a video. I'll try eating out somewhere out there. Yeah. And now that I'm going to, the plan is, the plan. It's me you're talking about. We're probably going to come up with some crazy trip before March, the eclipse. But the idea is to stay in Florida, and we're going to, make Pelicamp our home base and see some of the springs, some of the northern Florida areas that we never get to see. The only 40 I know is from New Smyrna Beach to the west coast. Isn't that's Florida 40, right? Jim in the Sea. Route 50 isn't so lonely around here. I know it goes right through downtown DC, doesn't it? Bob Leach, did you ever think about going to New Orleans? Great RV resort called French Quarter RV Resort. It will make for a good episode, if you ask me. Well, we've been to New Orleans. Well, not together. We've been to New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans 3 or 4 times. I can't recall anymore. Because the first one I can't really recall. I think it was 1996, Mardi Gras. Then Ili and I went together for Mardi Gras like in 2017. Not with the RV, we flew there. And then in one of those trips that I went out west, I was like an hour away from New Orleans. And I'm like, let's just go to Café du Monde and have some beignets, And that's all I did on that trip. But I love the town. I love New Orleans. And, we're gonna go back, and I know about that French Quarter RV resort. It's right behind the Saint. I forget the name of the saint, but it's behind that cemetery. The Saint John. It's not Saint John. It's another saint cemetery. Very historic cemetery. And we were lucky enough, and we were there. There was this old lady. She was the guide on the cemetery. And she was like 80 years old. You could tell that she knew the history of New Orleans. She had lived it. She had experienced it, and that was a great. You get to see the Marie Laveau tombstone and all that, and the pyramid. Nicolas Cage has a pyramid in that cemetery. Have you ever been so mad on the road the Cuban came out?
Yes.
Yeah, what can I say? I usually don't show those things on video. Maria de Carly, my husband and I sing Driving to the West into the Sunset. We have a Jacob travel 22 states, soon looking to retire. Well, congratulations on retirement, and that's when the fun begins because you are able to, no time constraints. You can really go wherever you want to go. Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. Go to Yak's in Mount Shasta for lunch. Burgers. Do they have yak meat? Do they have like yak burgers?
Maxine Oliver's birthday is next Thursday. So you can
Maxine
sing
Oliver is
yes.
next Thursday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Maxine. Early. We'll do a belated next week. Happy birthday, Maxine. Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna start wrapping this up. We're going overtime here. We're like on the 10th inning. Shall we go to the 11th inning?
I'm not hungry today.
Oh, Ili's not hungry today because we had some. we
We had a
we had a smash burger at what's it called? The Grove Inn, the fancy hotel. Fancy, very fancy. But fancy views of the Blue Ridge and downtown, and they have the golf course. A helicopter landed on the golf course. I mean, this place is like insane. Was it the Scarface side that came out? I don't know, man. I don't know if it may have been the Scarface of me that came out. But I'll let you. St. Louis Cemetery. Thank you, Bob Leach. St. Louis Cemetery. I forget the name of the saint. I'm sorry. It's one of those things. My favorite burgers are now bison since I visited South Dakota. Bison, yeah, it's very lean and healthy. But anyway, maybe we should quit where we're headed. Bison is great. I had yak. Where did we have yak? Was it in Alaska?
Probably.
I think it was in Alaska. It's so no. This is just is everybody saying hello to? Happy birthday to Maxine. And well, next week I'll have my guitar because next week we're coming to you live once again, if all goes well, from the Flagami studio in Miami, Florida. And by the way, the internet has really behaved today. We're on AT&T because we have some trees overhead, as you can see. Well, there's trees all around this lake. Maxine Oliver says, thank you. You're very welcome. I-40 goes from Wilmington, North Carolina to Barstow, California. I-40 is one of my favorite interstates. And exploring coast to coast. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Romanelli. Happy and safe travels to all. All right, everybody. And now the chat is blowing up like always. But thank you, everybody. We're gonna call it a night. Thank you for choosing to spend your Friday evening, Saturday morning. Where's Natalie Driscoll?
Remin Pasión, they're not.
Remin Pasión. Where's the people from the other side of the world? Well, anyway, maybe who knows. Yeah, next week I'll have my guitar. As always, thank you for watching, because I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and see you next Friday from the Flagami studio in Miami, Florida. Bye.